Hello and welcome to our first impressions of Biomutant. If you'd like to check out the game, there is a link in the description. I'm extremely excited about this. I love open world RPGs, especially spectacle fighters and third-person action games like this. So without further ado, let's actually just start. Let's go. Let's start a new game. Let's play on medium. Why not?
Encode your DNA.
Alright, so here's character creation. So obviously you have the ability to choose the breed of your character. I have no idea what to go for, but this one looks extremely cute, so maybe I want to go for that. Do I? I'm not entirely sure. Regenerative developed anthropomorphic breed, a hybrid with a gene mutation, making them extremely tough and resilient. Sounds fun. Okay, so I'm looking for more melee damage, personally. I would like more melee damage, more than intellect. Amplifies their psionic output. I mean, obviously, you're going to have the ability to then use ranged attacks or spells in that case. I think I'm just going to play the cute-looking one, to be honest. Define your character's starting attributes. To see more detailed explanations of what each effect each attribute has, press I. Well, thanks.
Define your genetic structure.
Alright, so, yes, I would obviously like to go for something like this, wouldn't I? I'd like to go for more intellect as much as I possibly can. What about charisma as well? Bear in mind that charisma might actually be super useful for us, because, you know, barter? Is that really actually... Is that useful, really? Let me actually just take a quick look. How easy it is to persuade others. Yeah, I mean, really, I actually quite like that. So let's try to go for a relatively high... like this. I think that looks pretty good to me. We're going for a relatively low melee damage, relatively low vitality, and so on and so forth. And our movement speed is not that good, but yeah, I don't really mind. So if you also pick up the game and you want to play as the exact thing that I'm playing as here, then this is the genetic code that you can use, I suppose. I guess that's what that is. And by the way, this is a pure first impressions. I haven't checked out the game before this video at all because I wanted to experience it completely fresh alongside you.
Choose a genetic resilience.
Okay, so choose a genetic resilience. So what does that do? Okay, so this basically just changes heat, radioactivity, cold, and so on and so forth. Okay, so yeah, I guess what am I going to mostly get involved in? Well, probably heat, right? Heat and maybe biohazard. So let's do 10% in heat and biohazard. Can I do both? Yes, and then 3% in the others. What is that though? I have no idea what that is. Is that melee or something? It doesn't actually show me by the looks of things. Okay, well, I guess we'll just go with that then.
Choose your first style.
Choose your first style. Ah, look at that. So cute. Okay, very nice. I have no idea. Something like this, I guess. That seems pretty fun.
Pick your main color.
My main color? Oh, well, I'm being an intellect-based guy, so more of a pink sort of pink hue might work quite nicely. And then you can also choose the saturation as well. How do we? Oh, there's the brightness. Yeah, there we go. So, that's actually quite nice. Okay, let's go for something like that.
Choose your detail color.
Choose my detail color. Oh wow, there's a lot of options right here. Kind of nice. I like it. And let's change that around a little bit. There we go.
Pick a class.
Oh, and now we get to pick a class. Nice. Okay, well, we're going to be choosing Psy-Freak, aren't we? I mean, literally, this is the intellect-based class, and it makes sense. To shoot a spark ball, press down the input you have bound the ability to, or make you throw the ball in the direction you're facing, inflicting damage to the enemy you hit. So you have a wide variety of different classes you can do here. So obviously, Deadeye is very much about using both attacks, I suppose. But, oh, this is cool. Wow, melee dual wield. Sentinel, I have no idea what that does, but my guy looks super hilarious. We're gonna do Psy-Freak because that's super fun.
That'll work. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop living. But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
Oh, I'm dark red as in strength and power. I mean, I could go for light blue for freedom and loyalty. It kind of gives me Jedi vibes right here. Jedi versus Sith vibes, but yeah, I'm going to go for dark red.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the dark side of you. Your inner voice, to be precise. An echo of the balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
Oh well, I'm one with the darkness, thank you.
Can't believe you'd choose that thing over me. But I'll be here waiting for you when you have a change of heart.
That thing? I'm right here. Let me remind you, we're two halves of the same. With the difference being I'm the better half.
Better half. My way is both better and brighter. Light makes it easier to see the best end.
The best end is the one you decide yourself, and it seems we're headed in the right direction.
Alright, so let's go left, I
Yes,
guess.
left can be right, sometimes. Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family, or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger.
Oh, and there's the dodge. There's the dodge coming out right there. Okay.
Better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story. This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes.
Well, I hope so too, to be honest. I mean, I don't think I could use any of my
Predator
key
isn't the
abilities
only
yet.
threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the tree of life started to die.
Alright, move towards an enemy to target them with melee attacks. Aim the camera towards an enemy to target them with ranged. And to reload, press R, as you would expect. To use an ability, press the button it's bound to while pressing and holding. Okay, so where is my key ability? That's the thing. Ah, there we are. To throw a sparkling ball of key energy that damages any enemy it hits, hold the mutation select and press the bound input. Okay, yeah, it might be better to use a controller for this, but I'm playing on a PC right now and I wanted to see the keyboard and mouse controls. I personally feel like that's kind of important for both forms of input to actually work relatively well. Anyway, key energy is used for dodging, using mutations, and performing special attacks. When you're out of key energy, you'll be unable to perform these actions. Your key energy regenerates both in and out of combat. Alright, so, oh, this is actually not even that bad. Pretty easy to use.
A smart foe would leave now. Took care of it.
Well, that was easy enough, wasn't it? Okay, so do I actually have to loot anything? It does not appear so. Yes, by the way, there is an FOV slider, so if you do not particularly like the zoomed out effect that I have right here, the default is 75. I have it at 100 right now, so that might be the reason why it might be a little bit uncomfortable, dependent on your own viewpoint. Oh, hello there. Electric module. You found a weapon special effect add-on. Attach it to your ranged weapon to give it an extra damage type for as long as the ammo lasts. Some enemies have a resistance or weakness to different weapon special effects, so use them wisely. Okay, that's going to be pretty cool. Let's just equip it. Why not? There we go. Okay, yeah, so we can just hold that, and then it will do it. Okay, that's that. There we go, like that, for example. Okay, very, very good. And what is this? Aha! A medic bag. Your health doesn't automatically regenerate in combat. You have to use consumables or find other ways to heal. Well, that's obviously the reason why we're getting this now. It's a health patch. It gives us 50 HP over 5 seconds. Good to know. You can use a bandage by holding the quick select menu input and selecting it. Ooh, look at this. Okay. I actually wondered whether that door was for anything. Was that door for anything? Let me actually just go down and check. Oh, it was. Oh, which way? Wait. Which way do I go? Oh no! Now I'm in a quandary. Do I go up here, or do I go through the door?
The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways.
Remember to parry enemy attacks. When the enemy attacks and you see lightning bolts flashing above their heads, press Q. Ow, got flattened. I can't dodge in mid-air, that's for sure. Oh, okay. Seems like I made a bit of a mistake. Yes, bit of a mistake, but that's okay because apparently he's dead. Oh no, he's not dead. I thought he actually died there for a second. Now he's dead. Apparently their HP stays the same, or it persists. Fallen enemies can often be highlighted for healing items. Okay, fantastic. Remember to use your healing items when you're wounded. Okay, so personally I feel like I would have been able to do that without taking any damage whatsoever, but I'm still getting a little bit used to the whole way that the keybinds are. I might actually have to change the keybinds for my own liking, because at the moment, dodge is on left alt. I'm not entirely sure how good that is for me, specifically, so I'm thinking we might want to do something about that. Oh yeah, by the way, Biomutant has this really cool system wherever you get into a certain area or biome, for example, radioactivity or cold or heat or something like that, then you are eventually going to adapt to that, as far as I am aware. Now, that obviously could be just my interpretation of what is displayed on the store page, but still, I'm thinking that sounds very, very exciting. Okay, so there we go. Energy pack medium could be quite good. Oh yeah, by the way, it appears as though my key energy attack, this, can actually be charged up. And you can actually do more damage that way. So that's pretty cool. Had no idea that that was the case. So let's just get up here, because this appears to be the right way, and that small room down there literally just had something in the toilet. So thanks very much. Anyway, let's move on.
Hot metal. Your reserves are tapped.
There we go. I'm getting more of a hang of it now. Getting more of a hang of it. We're getting huge amounts of health regen right now. Huge amounts of health regen. Very, very nice to see that. Thank you very much. And what is this? Okay, so it's just more of the same. Thank you very much. And we're getting some crafting materials as well, because apparently there is a crafting system in the game too. And I gotta say, it is extremely clear. Polished. Performance is perfectly fine. I'm not having any frame drops whatsoever, as far as I'm aware at least. And it feels extremely smooth. Anyway, let's move on. What is over here, though? Because it is obviously an RPG, as well as a spectacle fighter, third-person action game, I kind of want to explore everywhere that I can, if at all possible. Okay, so before we go on any further, there is actually a photo mode as well, so if you want to do that, then you can, of course, do that. I'm going to go to, is it video, actually? Where is the, that's the problem here. Look at all these details as well, by the way, so if you want to do that, then of course you can. Where is the FOV? Because I'm thinking, it's probably the camera. Yes, there we go. Okay, so yeah, camera shake by default is on 100. I don't personally like camera shake at all, so I turned it over to 0. So yeah, it's up to you what you want to do. And this is 90, so this seems a little bit more comfortable because you're going to be able to see your character much easier and all that sort of thing. So I'd recommend 90 probably. Oh, some enemies carry large shields. You need to break the shield with melee attacks before you can deal damage to the enemy. Are you sure I can't just break it with this? Yeah, I can, by the looks of things. Alright, that's perfectly fine with me. And he's dead. Look at that. My caster abilities are showing. I like it. Alright, thank you very much. Energy pack small. Good, good, good. And now we've got some more enemies to fight. Maybe I need to destroy that barrel. Can I destroy the barrel? No, it doesn't seem like it. And there we have it. Upgrade points. Defeating enemies and then completing quests will give you experience. Leveling up allows you to raise one of your attributes by 10. You also get 1 point that you can use to unlock skills in the Wung Fu and perks menus. To go to the menu, press tab. Okay, good to know, good to know. So there we go. We're actually at a level 2 now, which is really good. Thank you very much. Obviously, it is all relatively to be expected that we are going to gain those things. My guy looks really good, by the way. Have you noticed? Have you noticed how amazing he looks? Anyway, when you level up, you can increase an attribute of your choice. Okay, so intellect. That was easy. You'll earn upgrade points when leveling up. These can be used to acquire new special attacks and perks. Time to unlock your first special attack. Okay, I would like... well... unarmed? No. I want ranged combat. Guns. Okay, so we can do something else. Crane dance. Finish your melee chain by fan firing your guns as a special attack. Hitting an enemy with it will fill up one super Wung Fu icon. Okay, good to know, good to know. Do I care about that, though? I'm not entirely sure. Finish an unarmed melee chain with a launching grab and pile driver slam. This is a special attack. Okay, so right, and then F. I think that's going to be a little bit easier for me to pull off because, let's face it, I'm not very good at these kinds of games. I love them, but I'm not very good at them. Okay, so here we go. You can now perform this. Once you've unlocked more attacks, you'll be able to combine them to reach the Super Wung Fu state. Okay, so right, F. Okay, good. I was actually hoping that I would be able to get something else. So, you know, actually something else like... well, basic melee is already done. I was hoping to get maybe something more for our class, because we are a Psi Freak, obviously, so it would make kind of sense. Yeah, as you can see right here. So, for example, this is the kind of thing I was talking about. Power damage ability attacks have a 10% chance to inflict a critical hit. I mean, I'd love to get one of these, so I definitely should have spec'd into that instead of the thing that I actually did get. So, right, and then F, right? Okay. Oh... Okay, now that's cool. Okay, yeah, okay, I'm liking that. There is obviously a very extensive combat system in the game, and generally I feel like it would be a shame not to utilize that at least a little bit.
An emergency box from the once was. A rare sight.
Old World KLAWBAR. Well, it's obviously a crowbar. Thank you. Okay, so do I have to, can I equip that, or I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it's just a piece of equipment that is going to allow me to open up other areas.
That pipe looks weak. The KLAWBAR should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it.
Oh, no, I don't want to... Okay, that is probably not where you want to go. Yes, restart last checkpoint, thank you very much. Yes, okay, you didn't see that. This is not a loading screen. This is not where I actually died. And they give you a checkpoint right here because they know that the imbeciles among us are going to die. There we go, that was easy enough, wasn't it? Oh, I actually thought that was a secret area there that was going to miss.
The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. You're feeling mighty low.
You absorbed a bio-blob. These are points used to unlock mutations. You collect bio-blobs by defeating Morks and finding containers at various places in the world. You can use your bio-blobs to unlock special powers at any time by accessing the mutations part of the menu. Well, that's good to know. Any more? Any more coming out? Nope, doesn't seem like it.
Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind.
You've found a puzzle. These are scattered around the world. Some open new paths, while others feature different rewards. To switch which node is selected, use WS. To rotate the node, press QE. This is the number of rotations you have left. The higher your intellect, the more moves you have. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so my intellect is actually coming in handy. Not in real life, but in the game, certainly. Each node has a certain position it must be rotated into to complete the puzzle. Running out of moves before that may have consequences. Rotate each of the nodes so that the colors match each other. I'm terrible at puzzles, just so you know. Okay, so rotate.
Just a few moves left. Make them count.
Well, that was easy.
There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
Well, that is some pretty significant backstory and a rather foreboding prophecy, shall we say. Anyway, let's move on.
The sound of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door.
Okay, I'm pretty, okay, I'm all for it, these, as we know already. What? What am I supposed to do here? Are you serious? There's nothing else that I can do.
Just a few moves left. Make them count.
Ah, there we go. That was easy.
There you go.
I continually say that. Puzzles? Very difficult. Oh, no, puzzle? Oh, I actually just completed it. Okay, fantastic. Perfectly countering an enemy attack will stun them. A stunned enemy has stars circling above their head, and after hitting the enemy again, you can launch it up into the air by pressing Q.
The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Charge them! You've got nothing left. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad. The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past. It's a scar you're covering under that eye patch, isn't it? But he would have recognized you anyways. You look exactly like your Muma. There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end. He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have. It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land. The impending threat of the World Eaters bringing down the Tree of Life is ever so close. He also worries about the Jagni tribe that's actively working for a doomsday and purging of the world. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree.
By default, dialogues are set to advance from one NPC line to the next automatically. If you want to manually advance the dialogue, you can change this in the settings. And now we have a little bit of a flashback. And if you would like to check out Biomutant, there is a link in the description. I absolutely love this game so far, and I am extremely impressed, both with the performance, the setting, the aesthetic, the way that it handles in combat, and the way that they're also handling the character customization and progression systems. All of it seems very top-notch to me. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.